girls like the guys that got the big arms. I look like a twink when I'm walking down the street. I look like a twink when I'm walking down the street. And I don't like the look of it, I don't like the look of it. I need some big arms. My girl says that I need some big arms. I guess I do, but I have to. Even if I don't want to. Let's grow some biceps, maybe some triceps. They need biceps, they need triceps.
What's happening, gentlemen? I hope you enjoyed that new spin on the introduction to our videos here. Something new that we're trying here on the channel. Today we're talking about everybody's favorite subject, arms. More specifically, anime arms. Every man has got that anime character that they aspire to growing up or even now. Every time you see their fight scenes or just their little hero or villain arc, you see their arms and you say, damn, this is the reason why I got into working out. Now, anime arms, if we're being honest, may not actually be achievable, but that doesn't mean we can't push ourselves to try and get as close as humanly possible to become a Super Saiyan. In case you couldn't tell, my guy's Vegeta. I'm a 90s kid. I grew up with that DBZ. That's what gets my fire going. Maybe for you, it's Guts from Berserk, or maybe it's a character from Jujutsu Kaisen. I'll be honest, I can't remember the names of the characters, but ask my girl, she'll tell you all about it. So you've probably been told that compound exercises are all you need to grow your arms. And there's a grain of truth to this, but the reality is you're gonna need a lot more than just that. As a beginner, compound exercises are going to give you arm gains. But let's be honest, unless you're genetically gifted, your gains are not gonna be all that impressive. Yes, it's gonna be better than your day one progress photos, but by no means are your arms gonna be turning heads when you walk down the street. My quick arm day addition to any upper-lower split will take you from BB gun arms to assault rifles in no time flat. The first thing you're gonna do is switch your upper-lower split to a lower-upper split. This can look like lower body Monday, upper body Tuesday, lower body Thursday, upper body Friday. And here's the kicker. If you're short on time like I am, can't make it in on the weekends, you throw in an arm day on the Wednesday. If you are fortunate and can maybe go in on a Saturday, throw your arm day there. From my personal experience running this 5 days in a row, it is very possible you do recover in time for your Friday session, but let's be honest, if I could actually do it on a Saturday instead, the gains would probably be a lot better. The recovery would certainly be better. Everything's gonna be better. So if you can, your ideal split is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But for the young YOLOs short on time, Monday through Friday will work just fine. The addition of an arm day allows you to push the intensity and focus on your arm-centric movements way more than you could if you just throw them on at the end of a session. If you're like me, you've likely just been throwing your bicep curls and tricep rope pushdowns at the end of your upper body sessions for a while now, and in your head it's good enough, but really it's not. Trust me, the feeling of coming in, first thing hitting a set of incline curls, is awesome. You can push so much harder than you could at the end of the session. You come in fresh as can be, you're really locked in the zone, saying, hey, we're gonna push this instead of rep PR today. And I mean no disrespect to you, bro, for how hard you push it in the gym. It's just, it makes sense. If you work out for an hour, hour and a half, the movements that you do at the front end of the session are gonna look a lot better than stuff that follows at the very end of the session. And if for whatever reason you're still not sold, just think about it for a second, bro. If I ask you, yo, bro, go set a PR tomorrow. Are you gonna try to do this at the front of your session when you're freshest? Or save it to the end after you've warmed up and your body's all ready and primed for the movement? Yeah, I thought so. And this is exactly why we add an arm day to our workout. We know that we can push the strength progression and intensity every time, over time, and that's gonna lead to better and more profound gains. So for my arm day, it's nothing fancy. I personally start with 3 sets of incline curls. Set the bench to 60 degrees and let it rip. I start with the curls as opposed to any tricep movement because, let's be honest, I'm pressing way more than I'm pulling. So let's give the biceps a little love. They're always the tail end of every workout. They're gonna be prioritized today. You're gonna use dynamic double progression for your progression scheme. What this is you have your weight, you have your rep range, say 8 to 12, and you're doing your curls. Time you get to 12, that specific set, next session, you will increase the weight by 5 pounds. But let's say your rep scheme is 8 to 12, and you hit like a 12, 10, 8. That means that the first set, you increase the weight, and the other 2 sets, you're gonna repeat it next time. Now, however, say you hit like a 12, 12, 11, your weight's gonna increase on the first 2 sets, your last set, you keep the same. And it's just this type of dynamic, this type of juggling. The main thing is you wanna be progressively overloading every single set. Just take the rep PRs as they come. I follow up the bicep curls with 4 sets of tricep extensions. I do this with the Bells of Steel Swiss Nemesis bar, but before I do that, I do some tricep pushdowns. As you get older, this type of movement, that looked wrong by the way, that type of movement is not so fun on the elbows. You always want to do the press downs first, joints all lubricated, just makes the whole process a little bit easier for you. I did just jump straight into the extensions one time and my elbow was not happy for about 3 days, so don't do what the old guy did. Just warm up your elbows. Like I previously touched on, I'm currently doing the seated French press version of a tricep extension. If you only have dumbbells, that works too. You're also gonna be following a dynamic double progression scheme on this as well. And for this, I definitely love sets of 15. I really enjoy the tricep extension because it gives the long head of your triceps a lot of love that it doesn't normally get from pressing movements and especially just from press downs. And to wrap things up, depending on how my elbow joints feel, I usually do 2 to 3 sets of hammer curls. You gotta give your brachialis some love and attention too. This day ends up being an additional 9 to 10 sets of arms that you would have probably skipped over otherwise. This arm day is a low barrier to entry if you've never incorporated an arm day before. And let's be honest, it's gonna add some much needed girth to your arms so you can start mogging men that you interact with on a daily basis. Is this the reason we lift? Probably not, but it doesn't make it any less true, does it? Mogging leads to unspoken respect. And as the saying goes, always respect a man with a gun. I hope this helps, bro. Give it a try. Make some gains. If you found value in the video, do subscribe. Thank you for your time.